Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will come out first. In this offense, the tight end always seems to be open, and the quarterback always knows where to find him, Jesse.
These two are really special. I think they're going to be up for the individual awards for their respective positions at the end of the year. But, David, when this offense gets going, I really like how early they try to get the tight end involved in games. It shouldn't be any different in this one. He's a massive part of what they do throwing.
And I think that's the biggest problem. To have a great quarterback, he knows exactly where he's looking.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give on the inside. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions.
Got some room, and to the goal. For 6, they'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Looking for the score. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Lewis wants to pass. Dances away. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drop. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They'll run the screen. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Not able to pop the big return, but they got... Opening play of the drive from the 39. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Still looking on the move. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might be calling a hot route. Lewis to throw. Fires into the end zone. Picked off to stop the threat.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone coming early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback keeper. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He was hoping for a little more running room. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches.
Lets it fly. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Sets up the screen. Nice move there. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Johnson wants to throw it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
How about the aggressive play calling? Down, blitzing him, you could tell, completely disrupted the offense. They didn't know how to handle it. Free safety chases the QB, gets him on the ground.
Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes.
And your Colorado Buffaloes will take over first and 10.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Makes a connection. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Buffaloes will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll try the run. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Using his legs, it's Hardy.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field ready to boot it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Kansas City, 0.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Caught behind the line. It's Miller. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Lewis wants to pass. Finds a man on the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. And the try is no good. It's still a 3. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like,
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
and football, he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Keeps it on the draw. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Just 3 points on 3 previous red zone trips. The idea is to punch it in this time. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kid Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Old Dominion. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the big fella. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll keep it on the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Complete out of the backfield. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Lewis to throw. Here's the pressure. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't. I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Price. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got it set up on the outside. They got him down. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this offense with spectacular field position. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Give to the single back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Guys, let's look big picture at Colorado. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, ball. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
On the run, it's Hardy. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Rides the back on the option to give. Let's take a wide view for a second of Kansas State. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week. A commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started.
And your Colorado Buffaloes will take over 1st and 10.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Colorado. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good... We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabs behind the line. It's Hardy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll run play action. Quickly complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Kansas State in business in the red zone. The give to the back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Sends it back in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Burrell. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Johnson looking to throw. He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Wildcats! Fitted in the window for the score.
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll leave it with him. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Snags a quick pass on the left. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the run, it's Price. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Lewis to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That is a great response by this defense. You know you went into the half, you made some adjustments, talked about, listen, we're not down that much, we're very much in this game, but it starts with the first possession. And how about the first play, they get a sack?
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. And then a low-scoring game like this breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play. And the Wildcats need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in CUSA so very critical. How about this one today? Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, coaches, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UAB. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Going up top. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field. But interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He will signal for the fair catch. It's inside the 35. To the ground with the back. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Takes the handoff. It's Hardy. Breaks the tackle. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. They might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Quarterback making checks. Lewis wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's in. And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. 1st and 10 coming up. Now on the move. Finds some fresh air. Past the sticks and still on his feet. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The give from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the toss. Running to Green. Fights off a defender. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Plows through the defense. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Kansas State has it 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Rushes on him. And that one is right on target if his target was the 1st row. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking for space, it's Hardy. Touchdown, Kansas State. And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point is true, and they're on by 7. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And as the ball makes its way into the... It'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Pressure coming. Can't connect on his 1st throw.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the 1st half. But man, you're starting to get now in the 2nd half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. Just
looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Buffaloes line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Catches it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he... where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Here comes the option. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Lots of room to run. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
You know, it's so unique to find quarterbacks that have these types of moves in the open field. You oftentimes find guys that can run very quickly straight line, but how about the shiftiness of this quarterback and the ability to make people miss? That's impressive.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He's got it on the run. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. With the run on first and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. RPO complete to open the drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I like the idea defensively here, too, now. You got the lead. It's the second half. You can play more zone coverage. Trust your athletes on the back end to break on the ball and make something happen, like they did right there, forcing the incompletion.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Hard running there. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Bucs! A great catch and run for 6. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Arkansas will be off the field chatter this week. They still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over UAB. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that. Let's know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gonna run it. It's Hardy. Runs ahead and powers his way from 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Johnson wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Lockett. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. He'll do it himself on the draw. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs. Now out close to midfield. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Oakley. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. He'll keep it himself. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he had plenty of leg and kept it straight enough to use that right upright to get it through. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Right on the money. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Buffaloes in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Wildcats! The defense putting points on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Has the ball back, and the Buffaloes Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but he's going for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Kansas State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Perry. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The screen, he can go. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Snags it quickly on the left. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They bring the punter onto the field now. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet and not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can...
He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. Got it off the tip. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And in a two-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but Getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here.